Jimmy Garoppolo. What's crazy is that after all of that, starting him all year, defending him all year, having Debo tweet about him, and everyone say we love him, and he rallies us, and he's got these intangibles, and he's great, and they worked so hard to pump up his numbers, and he had this great stretch of November, and it doesn't matter. To me, I don't know if Niner fans ever believed it. Maybe they were just trying to be nice. Maybe the media was, I think a lot of people try to be nice with Jimmy. He's like that, guy who in class who's terrible and not that smart, but tries hard. And you're like, man, he's doing everything right. If you can only just pump him up, he'll be good. But no, you give him the run game, the defense, everything. And he never changes, never improves, and never seems to really think that he needs to improve. He plays poorly. He goes to the post-game podium and says, we didn't execute. And it's, we have to do better. And it's never him. I mean, he threw a ton of picks in training camp. I would ask him about him every day, and he would look at me like, dude, it's just practice. I'm like, dude, you do this in games. What are you talking about? This is who you are. So do you think teams look at him differently after this season? Other teams? I don't. I really don't. I think he's the same exact guy. And I think the fact that he's the same guy almost makes him worse. Because you were thinking like, well, he's old, but he hasn't played that much. If he could just stay healthy, he could improve. Remember last year, Niner fans were thinking it's going to be his second full season in the offense. Look what Matt Ryan, he's going to be an MVP. Niner fans thought Jimmy would be the MVP last year, got hurt, came back this year. Is he an MVP? No. He's the same guy. And I think what you're seeing is he's not going to improve. Whatever team he goes to next isn't going to have Kyle Shanahan, Deebo Samuel, Trent Williams, George Kittle, Elijah Mitchell, Brandon Ayuk. He's not going to have that defense. He's not going to have a better supporting cast. So if you're bringing him for his intangibles and his win-loss record, you're not going to get that. You're just going to get the limited skill set and the terrible football IQ. So I don't see the trade market for this guy. I'd be surprised if they do trade him. I think they got to cut him. If they do trade him, great. Maybe they'll get a 6th-round pick for him, a 5th-round pick, something small. But I almost think that, they would have preferred to win the Super Bowl. Obviously, they would have preferred to go to the Super Bowl and bring Jimmy back next year because there's no trade value for him. There's no trade market for him. And rather than reveal that to the fan base that they sat Trey Lance for a full year just so they could build up Jimmy Garoppolo's trade value, not at all. That's tough. So what I'm thinking they were going to do is keep Jimmy one more year and say, well, we could have traded him for a 1st-round pick, but we really love him. No, you can't. Now they got to get rid of him. And I don't know what they're going to get for him. You tell me. But I don't think they're going to get a lot. They could have, had they gone to the Super Bowl, said, well, it's not that we can't trade Jimmy. We don't want to trade Jimmy. Well, now you do want to trade him. Now you have to trade him. And I don't know that there's any team looking at this performance in this game, that 4th quarter, saying, man, if only we had Jimmy. He's the missing piece for us. The 49ers' worst player on offense, their biggest liability, the arsonist himself, that's who we need. I don't see it. So I don't know about this trade market for Jimmy, but that's now what we're transitioning to. Trade watch for Jimmy. When Jimmy overthrew Kittle over the top, would that have been a TD? Couldn't tell on TV. That would have swung the game. Time for Trey. I'm not sure either. I'm going to have to watch the all 22 to get you a better answer on that. Truth. Kyle needs to hire an OC that takes over the reins. Whenever we were up 10 or more points, don't lose this game because of Jimmy. Shannon Tart choked. Dude, I agree with everything you said, but they did lose this game because of Jimmy too. He was 3 for 9 for 30 yards and a pick in the 4th quarter. Come on. Be honest. I can agree that Kyle shares some blame, Tart shares some blame, but what I can't take with Jimmy Garoppolo fans is this. You put it on everyone else. He needs to share in that. He needs to share in this. And I don't even care anymore because he's going to be a Niner for like 3 more weeks.